Friends, good morning. Happy Friday to you. Welcome to Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Channing Curtis. Well, on this Friday, we're also looking forward to Labor Day weekend and maybe if you're having a 3-day weekend. So meteorologist Thomas Patrick is here to tell us more about the forecast and what it will have in store for us. Will it mess up any of our weekend plans?
Yeah, I think if you're staying here at home, I think it's going to be a pretty nice weekend. Not without our rain chances at times, but nothing that's looking as bad as some of the other cities here in the Pacific Northwest, expecting some heavier rainfall by Sunday and Monday. But first thing this morning, look at how low that cloud cover is just in and around the mountains surrounding Coeur d'Alene right now. A really cool scene, but showing you just how low the clouds are. It's fog in some places. It's just really humid most everywhere else. Our dew points are in the 50s and our current temperatures are also in the 50s. So I like to call this like a clammy and cool, but kind of a sticky morning because the humidity absolutely is present. So it's fog in some places. It's rain showers in others. Look at this in central Washington from Moses Lake and southward. Even Ritzville has been picking up some very light scattered showers. So just holding on to a little bit more moisture, but this is not going to be the case for the rest of the day as we are expecting a lot more sunshine by this afternoon.
We do have some breaking news in the world of college sports. Stanford and Cal are heading to the Atlantic Coast Conference, and now just 2 schools remain in the Pac-12. ESPN reports the ACC presidents voted overnight to extend invitations to both Bay Area schools, along with Southern Methodist University in Dallas. In July, several Pac-12 schools announced that they were leaving to join the Big Ten or the Big 12. So right now, just Oregon State and Washington State remain in the conference. They have received interest from the Mountain West and American Athletic Conferences, but nothing has been finalized just yet.
Caught on camera for many, the Oregon road fire proved to be a thing of nightmares, losing homes and property, but it was also a terrifying situation for Spokane County Sheriff Deputy Britton Morgan, who drove through the fire. Wow. You can see it here on body cam footage. The sheriff's office says Deputy Morgan was just doing his job, alerting people to the fast-moving fire, but it wasn't long before he realized he needed to evacuate. So nearly 2 weeks after it started, crews continue to clean up the Oregon road fire, along with 2 other major wildfires across the inland Northwest.
In North Idaho, the Ridge Creek fire has burned more than 4,000 acres. Kootenai County Emergency Management says all evacuations have been lifted for residents in the Hayden Lake area. Right now, that fire is 49% contained. And
both the Gray and Oregon road fires are still burning in Spokane County. The Gray fire burned more than 10,000 acres and is now 91% contained, while the Oregon road fire surpassed the 11,000 acre mark and is now 83% contained. Together, both fires burned hundreds of homes. And as people work to get back on their feet after these fires, the Disaster Assistance Center for Fire Victims closing today. Spokane County Emergency Management has been helping people affected by the fires with in-person information, services, and support. The center will be open from 10 a.m. until 6 o'clock tonight. If you need help after that, you can go to Spokane County Emergency Management's website for information about who to contact for your specific need. Or you can sign up for alerts about disaster assistance resources by texting recovery to 99411.
Well, another chaotic meeting for the North Idaho College Board of Trustees. The 12-minute meeting discussed a potential 7-figure settlement with a former employee. Trustees would not reveal who that employee was or why they are settling, but things got pretty heated between trustees who disagreed about the settlement.
I have a lot of problems with what you're putting forth here. Okay. You don't negotiate terms of a settlement for an accusation, for something that is unfounded. We have an investigation underway. We don't have,
okay.
So
all
now
this,
you're going to interrupt me? I'm sorry.
All of this could have been said in executive session.
It does not need to be said in executive session. I have every right and was elected to say it in an open meeting.
The proposed settlement is starting at $1.3 million. The board passed a motion allowing the college's attorney to negotiate terms of the settlement under his direction. The entire board will have a final say before any settlement is approved.
The man suspected of killing 4 University of Idaho students was supposed to be back in a Latah County courtroom today, but his hearing was canceled. Last week, Brian Koberger's attorney filed a motion to ban cameras from the courtroom for the rest of his proceedings. The judge vacated the hearing because multiple media outlets, including KREM 2, asked to intervene. Instead, there will be a scheduling conference over Zoom today starting at 1 p.m. where the judge will set a new date for the hearing, and on September 22nd, there will be a separate hearing on the defense's motion to dismiss the grand jury indictment.
6:06 right now. Time for your morning rush. More news in less time. 4 dogs were killed in a house fire in Medical Lake, where there are currently level 1 evacuations in place for the Gray Fire. According to Spokane Fire District 3 Chief Cody Rohrbach, the house fire is not related to the Gray Fire still burning in the area. Everyone in the house was able to escape safely, and crews were able to rescue 7 other dogs. A long-running radio station in Spokane County is set to close at the end of this year. Eastern Washington University station KEWU has been on the air for the past 73 years. The station was run by a mixture of EWU faculty, students, and other radio staff. For the station's last day, a pre-recorded jazz finale will play featuring the university's jazz ensemble. KEWU started as a free-form student station in 1950, then shifted to playing jazz in 1986. And the Idaho Vandals are starting their season off strong. They played the Lamar Cardinals in Beaumont, Texas. Preseason Big Sky offensive MVP Hayden Hatton caught 6 passes and scored 2 touchdowns in the big 42-17 win. The Vandals hit the road again to face Nevada in Reno. Kickoff for that game is Saturday, September 9th at 4 p.m. And that's a look at your morning rush.
This morning, we're seeing just a few light sprinkles, showers, a bit of fog, and low-hanging cloud cover. All this can be attributed to just a bit of lingering moisture in the atmosphere, but it's only going to last through the morning hours. It's still a little cool. It's like mid-50s, but kind of humid for the region, so a bit of that like clammy and sticky morning outside. But the clouds depart, the sun comes out, and the temperatures warm up quickly. I do think we'll hit about 80 degrees for the high today and even warmer for tomorrow. So a warm start to the Labor Day weekend, but we will see a storm system that will give us some shower chances for this Sunday and Monday. We'll show you that in more detail, especially if you're traveling around the Northwest, all coming up in a couple minutes.
Well, it is Labor Day weekend, which means some things are going to be closed for the holiday. Our Nicole Hernandez joining us now live from downtown Spokane this morning. So Nicole, there's a lot that people need to know, and it's good because, you can actually spend time with family and not worry about, going to some of these things that you might normally do on a Monday. Good morning.
Exactly. No, hopefully everyone isn't going to enjoy their day off for Labor Day, but there are a few things you should know about closures around the area. So for the most part, what's going to be closed is government offices and public buildings like libraries. So take a look here. This is a look at a list of some of the major things that are going to be closed here in the Spokane County area. First up is Spokane City Hall and Spokane Valley City Hall will be closed. So the Spokane City Council meeting that typically happens on Mondays will be on September 11th instead. Also city libraries, the development center services, municipal court, Center Place out in the valley. There also won't be any 311 services. You won't have to pay for any street parking, and trash pickup will be a day late starting on Monday. So that means if your trash is normally picked up on a Friday, it will be picked up on Saturday. And out in Coeur d'Alene, City Hall will be closed all day out there. Trash services will also be pushed back a day, and the library will be closed both Sunday and Monday. Despite all these closures, there is still plenty to do here in the Northwest over the weekend and into your holiday. So one of those things is pick out in the park, and that's where Brandon T. Jones is this morning in the next half hour of Up with KREM. In Spokane, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.